Hello dear chess friends, welcome to the live broadcast of the European Women's Individual Chess Championship. This is the second round. I myself, Can Erdoğan, together Mr. Grandmaster Yanis Papaioannou will try to comment the games, and we also will have some guests as you saw them yesterday. Mr. Grandmaster Ivan Sokolov will be one of our guests. And also today, I hope Mr. Adrian Miacishin also will join us together. Also, Mr. Kaido Kulaos, Grandmaster Kaido Kulaos is here. As you can remember that he was the winner of the Aeroflot Open. It's last year, yes? Last year.
To me, it was not such a big surprise. He's a very good player. I know him for many years. And if the games go your way, then of course you can have great results. Yeah. It was not such a big surprise.
Everybody was surprised because he is a very good player, but after 40 years old, he became a little bit famous with this.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Us at the age of 40 or 40 something, we are still very young.
Yes,
we can perform miracles.
Yes, with this result, actually, why Kramnik quit playing chess? This is also another question, because as we can see, Anand performing perfectly well in all the tournaments.
I was really very sorry when I heard that Kramnik decided to stop playing. I almost cried, you know, I couldn't believe. Yes, I was so sorry. I mean, the chess world still wants to see so many of his great masterpieces. He had so many things to offer in chess. You know what I say? I say that in today's top players, we have many of them, of course, yes. There are many super strong grandmasters, but Kramnik is the god of chess, the father of chess in our days. That's how I would call him, or the Zeus of chess. This is Kramnik. Yes, there are other players who are maybe practically stronger at this moment. For example, Magnus Carlsen. I think there is no doubt about that. Yes. But still, for the moment, the Zeus of chess, you know, the father of chess, I call Vladimir Kramnik.
Well, I hope he is listening to you.
Yes, too pity he retired.
He will be very happy, I'm sure. Well, I totally agree with you. Once I was watching him playing in Switzerland. By chance, I was there in a tournament. He was playing against Korchnoi, Viktor Korchnoi, and at the opening he lost a pawn with a mistake. You know, then he really managed to save the game with a good resistance. And after the game, they asked him, I mean, before the game, when the game starts, is your opponent important for you, with whom you are playing? The answer was actually very interesting. He said, for me, the position is important. Well, I look at the board, not the opponent.
This is another of his very high qualities, which made him world champion.
And I do, every time I seek for the best move, in every situation. Whatever my position is I am worse, I am not worse, I look for the best move. So it's important the way he plays. Actually, as you said, he was the Zeus of chess.
You know, I had the pleasure and the honor of playing against him in the Olympiad here in Turkey in 2012. And I managed to make a draw, yes, and I was very proud and happy. And it was a rather fast draw. And at some moment we could reach a technical position. I was seriously intending to ask him if it is possible to play for both of us. yes, so that I will learn something during the play. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, it never happened.
Well, yes, it's been said and done. And now we are going to start with the first board. Actually, before we start the analysis of the games, I forgot to mention yesterday about the time control of this European Championship. It's 90 minutes plus 30 seconds in every move, and after the 40th move there is an additional time of 30 minutes, but after this 30 minutes added to your clock, you have to finish the game until there is no limitation. You have to play until the end of the game. So this is the time control of this tournament. After the first round, actually there are some surprises, but let's not speak about them now. We have around 47 players with full point So we start with the first board, Nana Zagnitze versus Sabrina Vega Gutierrez from Spain. Nana Zagnitze, as you all know, the famous player from Georgia, very strong player from Georgia. She's playing against Vega Gutierrez, Sabrina.
Nana Zagnidze just a few years ago had an even higher rating of 2550 or maybe even more. He's an extremely strong player.
Yes. Yes. So okay, let's see the
game. Yes. So
yeah.
E4 C5 was played. Yes. Let's check.
E4,
Knight
C5.
F3 and Knight C6, which is gaining in popularity more and more. This Knight C6 move because of the efforts of the world's champion Magnus Carlsen, who started playing this almost exclusively in the last games, almost exclusively, nothing else, and with great results in the open Sicilian after D4, or even in the Bishop B5 variation.
Yeah,
I generally would suggest to play the open Sicilian against any other move to amateur players. Now I'm referring. I would suggest after Knight F3, if Black goes E6, to play D4. If Black goes D6, second move, to play again D4. But if Black goes Knight C6, I think Bishop B5, the move that was actually played in the game, is a much better practical decision, because after if you play D4 and the open Sicilian after Knight C6, Black has many respectable systems, just like the Sveshnikov or the Dragon or the Taimanov. So too many things to learn, and all of them are really very strong.
Now the weapon of Carlsen.
Of Magnus Carlsen,
He
yes.
uses
Knight
with
B5,
great
yes,
success.
Sveshnikov. So even the Kalashnikov opening, which is Sveshnikov without the inclusion of Knight F6 and Knight C3 moves,
that's
even
right.
this is a playable option. Yes,
Immediately,
E5, yes, directly without including
This
Knight
is
F6,
still
Knight C3.
good, huh?
Yes, it is playable. Maybe not the best opening, but but in amateur level, this is 100% playable.
No,
Yes.
okay. So it's comes to our studio.
Hello.
Mrs. Woman Grandmaster Eva Repkova, together with us. Welcome, Eva. Yesterday, did you like our broadcast? Did you enjoy
Yes,
it?
I enjoyed it very much. I was in a good company.
Yes, especially Ivan Sokolov that you got used to do this
Yes,
broadcast.
I commented with Ivan in Skopje just recently, and Ivan is very enthusiastic about chess, so it's easy to comment with him. You get also this sense of
Now we have Yanis.
excitement.
Even
Yes.
more.
Yes, it's.
You know, I have to confess that I have something very unusual in common with Miss Eva Redkova. She knows what I'm talking about. We both love to play B3 against the French defense. E4, E6, B3. And I have many students in Greece, and all of them know about their games and how she handles this position with white. Actually, she plays the system better than me. But I'm trying to imitate her games and play this E4, E6, B3. It's a very interesting line to play from time to time against the French defense.
Well, I also must confess that Yanis is a bit exaggerating because I played this B3 line against him yesterday and I lost every game. So, but thank you, he's a
You
gentleman.
had good chances. Yes.
Good chances. We have to make some kind of, new broadcast about this line. E4, C5, B3.
Some
And
lecture.
Yanis will explain to us.
Yes. That would be very useful for. This is an extremely good weapon as a second choice or even as a first choice for an amateur player or for a semi-professional. A professional should know at least two systems against the French defense. This can also be one of these two. It is completely playable.
Playable.
Yes, and also it is, as a rule, it is very, how to say, very unclear with attacks and everything. So, but Black wants, when he plays the French defense, he wants to have a stable center and he wants to play, as a rule, positionally. And this cannot be allowed in this B3.
This B3 line. Yes. Okay. Eva, we were checking Maroxy together with Yanis, and Yanis gave us incredibly useful information on this line. For example, one of the information which was actually for me new every time black plays f5, you should take it.
Oh,
In the Maroczy,
Did
yes,
you know
without
that?
thinking.
Without thinking.
okay.
f5, you see, you close your eyes, you take on f5.
Unless you can take a queen instead, yes?
Yes,
And
yes.
if you lose the game, you call Yanis.
I take full responsibility.
Yanis, you say.
And tomorrow I will mention some games in this particular endgame with two bishops against knight and bishop. Some instructive endgames which I know but are not available at this moment for me. So tomorrow, in case somebody wants to learn more as white or as black about the Maroczy system,
Yes, sure.
let's check the last two games, last two moves in this game.
Yes,
so
sure.
after knight a4, queen d8 was played.
Knight a4,
Yes,
she
queen d8.
decided not to exchange
Yes.
the queens.
White played bishop b3, intending knight b6. So
Yes,
knight
this
d7.
is also a very, of
Yes,
course,
knight
important
d7.
square, of course. Knight d7.
Maybe one possibility. And now I suspect that white will play knight c3 back, intending to put this knight on d5. in the
Again,
background.
knight
yes.
d5.
For example, if black goes queen a5, now knight d5 is very strong. Once again, reaching this type of position. Let's say queen takes d2, king takes d2, and black refuses to take on d5, and he plays king f8. Now white continues playing useful move like g4 and h4 and everything. So g4, yes, and then whenever black takes on d5, c takes d5, takes us to this type of position which we already mentioned.
Two bishops.
Yes, of course,
huge,
white should avoid
space advantage.
yes, and
Active
bind.
king.
White should avoid a bind on the dark squares. For example, let's say black plays here h6. Now it will be white should play h4. If instead he takes, yes, if instead he takes on c8, let's check this for a while. If rook takes on c8, rook takes and rook c1, this is a positional mistake, which increases black's possibility for a draw, take, and g5 all of a sudden. And now bishop e5 is coming, or knight f8, knight g6, and black has good control over the dark squares, and he has very good play. Of course, if black manages to exchange now dark square bishops, now white's pawns on the center and on the king side this time are on light squares, but they are not mobile pawns. You see, they are stabilized, which means now black is going
Knight is working.
Is
Knight
working,
is
and
time
now maybe
for the
black
knight.
will be better.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we have to be very careful when we play. Okay, we have the good position. I can play whatever I like. It's not the case. So you have to be careful.
Exactly.
Of course, with this ending, in order to not to get blocked with the pawns and controlling the black squares with the bishop and knight. So, what do you say? We move on?
Sure.
Okay. Dear chess friends, we are back again. We have a guest, as I told you, Mr. Kaido Kulaos, Grandmaster from Estonia. Welcome, Mr. Kaido.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
As we all know, Mr. Kaido Kulaos, he had a very big success in Aeroflot Open last year. He was the champion in Aeroflot Open, and then you got the right to participate in which tournament? Sparkassen.
Yeah, the winner of Aeroflot traditionally gets the right to play in Dortmund, in the super tournament in Dortmund, the closed tournament. And sure, I mean, one thing is winning Aeroflot. It's a absolutely amazing thing, but this is not the end of the story. I mean, this gives me the additional goal to and motivation to continue the chess work. So I'm really happy. First.
And everyone said that after 40 years old, you had a big success. So we were always asking why Kramnik quit playing chess. Why? I mean, Kasparov also, you know.
Yeah, well, Kasparov quit when he was about to turn 43.
43?
No, 42. Yeah, it was 2005. And Kramnik announced his retirement after the tournament in Vaikanze this year, when being 43 years old. Well, the difference between them and me is, the main difference is that they had achieved everything in chess that is possible to achieve.
Yes, true.
I don't know. It seems that my achievements just start. Yeah. So yeah, the parallel with Kramnik, he was, one of his nicknames was Mr. Dortmund. So this is the first year. This is the first year when he is not participating, and in a way I'm replacing him. So it's sure, I'm looking forward to that. To this great challenge.
So what is the secret of your success?
Of this
if you want to reveal it.
I don't want to reveal everything. I want to give something for the tournaments to come.
Yes.
But yeah, actually, before the tournament, there was a funny thing that, as it is known in Aeroflot, there are more than one tournament. There's main tournament, A tournament, and then there's B and C. So when the tournament started, my rating was, in fact, below the required minimum when it started. When I registered for it, it was above it, but when it started, it was below. So I could have chosen to play the B tournament. So it's also a matter of choices. I mean, some players. When you don't have that much motivation left, or you might have chosen the B tournament, thinking that you go there, you will be one of the highest rated players in B, and it will be last but not least, that difficult to take the money prize, because in A tournament it's it's incredibly difficult.
All the top players are
one of the toughest tournaments in the world. But I made the choice to pick the A tournament. I told the organizers that I'm very grateful to you for letting me to choose, and I told them that if you were so kind and let me choose, then okay, I take the A tournament, and this. In retrospective, turned out to be one of the best
results of your chess career.
Yeah, and also one of the best choices.
Yes,
I've ever made.
Yes, true.
So yeah, but well, it's secrets. Yeah. No, this was one thing. I mean, one moment or one decision. I mean, it's about decisions also, as it is during chess games. I mean, it's all about it's a chain of decisions.
Yeah.
But well, I don't know. During the tournament, I just turned out to be extremely ready for taking my chances. Yeah, there were games which I played very well from start till the end. There were a couple of Sicilians where I was black, and I beat very talented Iranian players there.
Between Olga Bedelka and Bela Kotanashvili, the game ended in a draw with the repetition, and as we'll see now, here we were checking the game. As Yanis pointed out here, knight c3, knight d5 was a good idea, but white decided to.
Here at this moment, I suggested knight c3 instead of
castling the knight c3 with the idea knight d5.
In case of queen a5, for example.
In case of queen a5, yes. But she castled and rook b8, intending b5, of course. A typical idea in this structure, but white played bishop a7, rook a8, and then they repeated the moves.
Yeah, sometimes maybe it happens that it's a typical Morozov position, but when one of the opponents sees the opportunity to repeat, and when she feels herself not in maybe that much fighting move, then she might grab this opportunity to start repetition, and then see, okay. If black obliges, there might be a draw. Sure, I mean, this position is full of course, it's full of pieces, so anything's possible. Just white has to look out that she's not exchanging dark squared bishops, but well, there's space advantage, and it's a lot of game would have been ahead. But yeah, it's a long tournament, 11 rounds. So I don't know how is the state of fitness and so on. So maybe you save some energy and push around. So everybody and their coaches have their maybe strategy. Yes, I mean somewhere to save some energy.
Also, Bela
which we don't know.
is a very strong player. Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So we move on to which game we didn't check, Yanis.
Game number.
This game of Pia Kramnik, yes, on number
Yes.
6.
Yeah, this is a game that
Did you check
offers me some additional interest because there's Estonian girl involved there.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Let me
Yeah,
find,
that's right.
Let me find this game.
It is.
I don't see it here.
It is.
Wait a minute.
It is there on
okay.
up. Yeah.
Okay, sure. It's here. Okay, let me go to the.
Yeah,
opening.
from the start. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see from the start quickly. And this is again another
Well,
G6 line.
yeah, PSP is
Accelerated
she's going for a surprise because I don't think that Pia has been playing this specific.
Line.
She's been playing Sicilian a lot, different Sicilians, but I think not this one really that much. But yeah, again,
my Narva, she's 23, 65.
yeah.
What do you think about her?
She's a young player. Well, I've been
Very young. How old is she?
She's 19. She will 19. She will be 20 in October. I know her very well. I've been working with her, and I'm really looking forward how she will be doing in this tournament. Now she's actually studying. She started studies in the United States last autumn. But she did decided to. No, in Maryland, in University of Maryland. Yeah.
Does she have scholarship?
So makes it of course much easier to.
But do you think professional chess playing and studies can be combined together, or they would interfere with each other? Because I tried to do both, and in the end, I didn't reach my goal in any of them. Yes.
You're still young, come on. Everything's still ahead.
Yes, I'm in your age, so we are still young.
We're still young because we have the same age. I mean, same year. I mean, it's a good year. But combining it's tricky. It is individual also. I mean, some are maybe more successful in it than others. But some have taken the decision to focus on one thing. Okay, then in chess. And really trying to achieve the goals, the highest possible goals there. But we'll see. I mean, once she's here, she's definitely going to give her best, and we're going to see.
Yeah.
But the second round opponent is extremely strong already.
Okay, let's see the game.
Yes.
Bishop e3, knight f6, bishop c4. This is going to be a dragon.
Well, dragon or some accelerated stuff.
Yes,
it depends on the next move. Rook e8 is that's a move.
You know this?
Yes, of course. This is there is an article in New in Chess Yearbook with this move, Rook e8. It's a useful waiting move, let's say.
Useful.
Yes, instead of this, let's put the rook back, please, and play knight a5. This is a very famous mistake from the game Fischer-Resevsky. Yes, e5 was played. Fischer, I think he found it over the board. I'm not so sure. Knight e8, and here came the shocking bishop takes f7 check. But played by Fischer. If rook takes, this was the move in the game, and then knight e6, winning the queen for just 2 pieces. And soon Fischer won, but if king takes on f7, again there is this amazing knight e6, threatening the queen. King takes e6, only move if he wants to save the queen. Queen check, king f5, g4 check, king takes g4, and now every move is winning. Rook g1 check is a very fast checkmate after a few moves. And this is a very famous game in this line.
But rook e8 is a new idea.
No, rook e8 is but nowadays it's gaining in popularity really. But it's somewhere. I think Bologan, when he wrote a survey on New Chess, I think he kind of said it's like almost more or less new main line or something. Because
new main line.
It's a slight exaggeration, but but there are people who are playing it and quite a lot. Like Dubo, for instance, he's
playing this
one of the and Gelfand. Yes. And it's a useful waiting move. Of course, if she would have played d6, then we would have gotten a normal dragon. D6, but there were there were moves. There are also moves like okay, A5 for instance, but nowadays
in this
it's considered A5.
Yes, A5 is
A5
also,
also.
but white is slightly better.
Yeah, probably short castle is the.
And A4, the
Short
sacrifice
castle,
is
yeah.
good,
Yeah,
yes.
well, black kind of exchanges her, edge pawn
Yes.
against
A4
center.
they play, A4, knight takes
A4,
A4. Yes, knight takes E4 and knight B5 usually they play, and white is slightly better.
Okay, here D5 is, but still, I mean, theoretically speaking, it's
Here D5.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's some stuff.
Okay, very interesting lines, as you pointed out.
But rook e8 is kind of it's fresher, yeah, and it has a chance to take your opponent by surprise also, because it's not that.
So let's see what about your.
Well, she made a short castle. I think I think it came a bit as a slight surprise, because instead of short castle, well, f3 I think would have been my move. F3, yeah.
F3 in this position.
And then. Well, I don't know. Maybe she would have pushed D5. I mean, people used to play E6 here
E6?
earlier, but then F4. It looks funny, but
Then F4?
yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's
F3, E6,
F3,
F4.
yeah, bro.
Very
And
interesting.
E7 back and F4 to F3
Yeah.
back. And
Very interesting, actually.
And okay, D6 here is a move.
D6.
But I guess she would have played D5 right away. But who knows?
She will play D5 here
Instead of E6.
instead of E6.
And
It's a pawn sacrifice.
and yeah, I suggest to look at the game of Dubo from out of the Open, which was a complete crazy game.
So what was the result?
Like ED, knight B4, knight D, Queen D2 was a move there.
Here, what?
ED.
From ED, knight B4.
It's possible to take with
Queen
something
D2?
else also, but
So this is a crazy game, huh?
no, it's yeah,
Very
it's,
complicated.
yes, and black won, but it was very crazy. If you look at the computer again, I mean, if we would look at the bar, I mean, this bar which is rising and lowering, then white was always winning.
We don't look at these bars because
Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah.
But back to the game, yeah. White chose to. Well, that's when that's what you do when you're caught by surprise, but you try to play more solid.
Yeah.
Of course, the danger is that then you have less chances objectively to get the real advantage, but you're not getting any.
H3,
Yes.
knight A5.
Yeah, that's the way.
Queen D3. Is it a normal move?
Yeah, this knight A5 is a reason why. A knight A5 plus B6. I mean, black is getting this bishop, and well, she will have more bishops. On the other hand, okay, white has a nice, central control, so there's nothing dramatic happening yet.
Yeah.